I have a lot of books, and the person at the Barnes & Nobles looked at me really weird because I had like 500 books. Yes, I read a lot of books. I like books. First up, we have Young Elites. I already did a book discussion on this, but I read it after I bought it with my other books. But I thought it still deserved to be in this book haul, and it's by Marie Lu. It's called The Young Elites. I hear it's darker. It's really dark, I hear. And it's about this girl. She has like these powers, apparently, because there was once this disease, and it left all these people who had this disease these strange powers and some markings that she has all these strange powers, and she's about to be executed, but then someone saves her, and then that's how it is. She's thrown into this, it's called the Dagger Society. She has to try to fit in with them. I liked it. I enjoyed it. Next, we have Amy and Roger's Epic Detour. I've been wanting to read this book forever, and just, I either A, could never find it at Barnes & Nobles, or B, never had money to buy it at Barnes & Nobles. I finally had it. I'm so excited to read it. I've actually started reading it already. I'm enjoying it so far because I like, if you look in between chapters and stuff, they actually have pictures and lists of things that they did and what they saw, and it's like really cool to read. It makes me want to go on a road trip now. I really want to go on a road trip. I'm not even sure why I bought this book, because I haven't even finished the fourth one, House of Hades, but that is The Blood of Olympus by Rick Riordan. Okay, I started the series when I was 13 years old, so obviously I have to finish the series. So it's going to be really interesting to see how he ties this world in and ends it, and it's going to be bittersweet too, I think, because like I said, I've been reading since I was 13 years old when the first book came out, and now here's the last book, and so it's going to be like goodbye to old friends. I'm actually really excited to see how this quest turns out, how this whole world's going to wrap together. I'm going to miss Camp Half-Blood. Camp Half-Blood is my home. It was. When I was 13, it got me into reading a lot, and I love these books. Next, we have Crest by Marissa Meyer. I really want to read it. Cinder was about Cinderella. Scarlet was about Little Red Riding Hood. Crest, I think, is about Rapunzel, the hair, the long hair. And I've always noticed there's always something red on the cover. Cinder's shoe was red. Bella's cloak was red. Now her like this ribbon's red. It's kind of like a cool theme. And I love dust jackets. How there's always how it looks. I think it's pretty. But yeah, I'm excited to read it. It's gonna be interesting because I really don't know where this series is gonna go, so it's gonna be interesting where it takes me. Next, I had to buy when I found out the series was gonna have another book, I freaked out. I mean, I ran around my house like a girl. I even have a little video of me obsessing about it because I was gonna post it like, oh, the announcement of this book, and then I realized I sound like a crazy person, so that video will never be shown.
Hey guys, sorry for this low quality video, just I didn't feel like setting everything up just for this quick 1-minute video, but if you follow Kara Cassie, you found out that she is writing somewhat of a prequel to the Selection series, and I am super excited because it's been so nice once again to dive into this world and just read about the characters I've loved. It's from a different perspective. I feel like that's great because now we'll get to see more people and see old ones too and see how much life has changed between the Selection series and then this. I am super excited. When I found out, like, my heart just soared up, but then it came crashing down because of gravity, because it's not coming out to spring 2015. But that's okay because 2014 is almost done and there has to be some time to write it. Luckily, it's 2015. It could have been 2016, and I don't know, because before this, my life consists of reading YouTube and watching The Vampire Diaries on Netflix. Now it consists of reading YouTube, watching The Vampire Diaries on Netflix, and waiting for the air to come out. And I am super excited, and I was hoping this would happen, and I wasn't sure because a lot of authors, like, once they're done with their books, they kind of just, like, shove the world aside and you never hear about it again, and it's just sad. But now we get to see it again, and I'm just so excited.
I'm sorry. Anyway, that is The Air by Kara Cass, and it's actually not about America. It's actually about her daughter, Edelyn. And it's about her daughter. She goes through this selection for her own, so I'm really interested to see what are the similarities and differences between America and Edelyn, and so I'm excited to see where this book will take me. It's like, once again, I can just absorb myself in one of my favorite series again. I just love this world. I love characters, and it's just going to be so interesting to read how different the selections were from when America was in and now when Edelyn's in it, but she is running it. And so it's going to be really interesting. I can't wait to read her personality, see what she's like. I can't wait to read this book. Next one I don't know much about. I kind of just bought it because I heard hype about it and it looked really pretty, the cover, and that is Rebel Belle by Mitchell Hawkins. I want to read this. It's about chapter's pretty awesome. I've read the first chapter, right? So I'm excited to read it. I love the cover. I like the writing in it too. I like how it's like girly girl, but then there's like that knife. Like, don't mess with me. I love it. This summer, I have feeling this summer is going to be the summer of contemporary novels, where I have already bought 2 contemporary books and I plan to buy more. I'm not normally a contemporary reader, but some of these books are really good, and one of them is Since You've Been Gone by Morgan Matson. I can't wait to read this. I love it. I've already looked at it, like in between the pages, and there's all these playlists of songs I actually listen to too, so it's like, oh, I actually know what's going on, and I can't wait to read. I like contemporary books that have different elements in them that are not just the same story over and over. And so I'm really excited to read it. It's about these 2 girls. They're best friends, but one day the one girl goes missing, but she leaves behind a note. And this note has everything she wants her best friend to do that'll get her out of her comfort zone more. So I'm really excited to see how this is going to play out, and I can't wait to read it. Now, this will probably be the saddest book I have, and I don't know if the book is sad, but it's going to be sad because it's going to be the last book to a series I just loved. I love it, and that is In the Afterlife by Alexandra Bracken. Actually, I just got back from a trip in Virginia, and I actually have this playlist of the Darkest Minds on my iPod. Some of it's songs that remind me of the book, some of the songs are books that were mentioned in the book, and so I'm just driving through Virginia, and I'm just listening to this playlist. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so bittersweet. In the Afterlife, and it's gonna tie up everything from Darkest Minds in there. If you haven't read the series, I highly recommend it. This series is great. I mean, I'll admit, the first book for me was a little bit slow, like at the beginning, but after that, oh my gosh, I loved it so much, and I really hope you will like it if you read it, because this series is worth reading. It is. I love the series. I love the characters. I love Liam, and I just love this series. I can't even put into words how much I love it, and so it's gonna be bittersweet, but I gotta know how it ends. Next books I'm gonna put as one because the same series is 2 different books, and that is Throne of Glass and Crown of Midnight. I've heard really good reviews about them, so I'm really excited to read them. I mean, they sound good. It's about this girl. She's apparently an assassin, and she was put into this death camp, but then one day she's retrieved by this prince, and this prince says, you gotta fight to be in this competition to be the king's champion, and if you win, you have to serve 4 years and then you get your freedom. But if you lose, you'll either die in it or you get sent back to the death camp. So now she's in this competition, and she's fighting against all these other people to hope she can become this king's champion and earn her freedom. And while this is happening, there is something really strange going on in the palace. Like, there's all these mysterious murders happening, and they're only targeting the people who are in this competition. So it's really exciting, and I can't wait to read this series because they sound really good. Then last but not least, I bought this book the minute I heard of it. I mean, I was on Goodreads, and they suggested me books, and this book wasn't even out yet, but they suggested this book to me, and I looked at it, I was like, oh my gosh, I have got to read this. So the first day it came out, I was at the bookstore, and that would be An Ember in the Ashes. I've also heard really good reviews about it, and I can't wait to read it. Something about like a new Rome, it's kind of like a Rome setting. I can't wait to read it. I don't know much about it though, but apparently there's this girl, her brother's captured, so now she has to go and try to get him back, so I think she's undercover, so I'm not sure. Like I said, I'm kind of going off what I've heard. Then there's this boy named Elias, and he wants nothing more than to escape. So I cannot wait to read it because their paths cross, and I can't wait to read it. I love it. Anyways, thank you for watching this. If you have any book suggestions for me to buy next time, please put them in the comments below. I'm always looking for new books. Thank you for watching. Bye! I finally bought it, and I've actually started. This one I'm going to put as for 2 because they're the same series, but oh my gosh!